At The Greater, we're always on your side. We've got this winning lineup of products and services ready to get you over the line. To kick goals for your finances, contact The Greater. Proudly supporting Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
swimming,
basketball,
netball
and athletics,
you'll see this logo.
It's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
And you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
Real Guys, Real Sport, Bar TV.
Welcome everybody at home for Bar TV's Round 5 coverage. We've got today Hamilton at Passmore Oval taking on the Blacks of Maitland in what should be an absolutely enthralling encounter here at Passmore Oval in the Greater NHRU competition. With me as always, Jimmy Gardner from the Newcastle Herald. Jimmy, you're looking lovely today. You don't look hungover at all.
No, not at all. A little trip up to Scone yesterday for the Scone Cup. Very thankful for the invite from tab.com.au. They looked after us up there. It was a great day. Back to the winner of the cup and got a headache for it. Is that
a headache from yourself or just a headache from the powers that be at home, Jimmy?
No, definitely self-inflicted this one, mate. So very important this game, this one, isn't it? Particularly for Maitland. They've been close with no cigar, I guess, in the opening 3 rounds. Lost all 3 of them, but the greatest losing margin was only 9 points. So they've been in everything, but they just haven't been able to have the polish to finish off games. And they certainly need that against a Hamilton team that is firing on all cylinders, even though they are without 4 key men today.
And we see now the heavens have absolutely opened up here at Passmore Oval. You can probably hear it at home, the tin shed, the tin grandstand that they were under. We've got a new roof here, so luckily we're dry today. I think last time we were here last year we were getting a little bit wet, Jimmy. But the game today, Hamilton side have got a few players out with country duty.
Yeah, definitely. They've got 4 missing. 3 through New South Wales country, and it would have been 4, except Steve Lamont has a hamstring injury. So they're without Sorelli Banavalo on the left wing, Eric Basakika-Kauku, and the other one is, of course, Steve Lamont.
Joe Ackersdyke.
And of course, Joe Ackersdyke. I think that's where they'll miss it most in the forward pack.
Yeah, I think definitely as well. Joe Ackersdyke, he's their linchpin. He's their line-out caller. He's their go-to man. And he also does all the tough stuff as well around the field, Jimmy.
Yeah, he provides their grunt, doesn't he? And against Maitland Blacks, you certainly need that authority up front. Although they are trying to change the way they play, a Black, you can take the boy out of Maitland, but you can't take Maitland out of the boy. They have a big, strong forward pack, and they'll certainly look to cause some havoc on the edges before they let what is another new look backline mission to have a look at the 2 Fijian players. I haven't seen much of them. I haven't seen any of them, to be honest. So keen to have a look at them. And there's also, I think Ryan McCormack's back today. He hasn't been, I think it's been a good 12 months since he's last played, which accommodates a move of his brother Josh McCormack to fullback. So a couple of important changes there for Maitland. And at Hamilton, you know what you get with them. They turn the ball over so well. They just grind you into the ground. They've also got a little bit of strike power out wide to hurt you when they can. So big test for Maitland. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Hamilton might just have that little bit of polish out wide.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Hamilton, as we said, they've got the changes. But, I mean, the guys that have come in for Hamilton, they're first graders anyway, James.
Yeah, I mean, Artie Economou comes in on the wing. He's certainly a first grader. Matt Ferry, normally a halfback, slots in at fullback, so that's an interesting one. Rob Smith, I thought might have been the natural change there. He's back from England, but he's been away for 3 weeks, so Scott Coleman has had faith in the guys that have been playing second
Scott Coleman's not coaching, Jimmy.
Okay,
it's Silver today.
Of course, the coaching team over there at Hamilton. Yeah, Matt Ferry, a halfback, a fullback. I'm not sure how that will venture, but
I have seen him play fullback before, and he is actually quite good in broken play. So I expect that Hamilton sort of structure of running the ball back that we've seen over the last couple of years to still be in play. I think that's probably why they've put him in there.
Yeah, and the other interesting one is Marty Lasura at number 8. I think if he's not 46, he's 47. Put it that way, but he looks about as fit as he was when he was 30. So Big Marty keeps trucking along. He's very dangerous. With those one-arm offloads.
Mentioned before, I think he was 40 when I was 19, playing 10 years ago, Jimmy. So he's probably pushing 50, I'd imagine. But the old war horse, he He's the rookie here this year, so he's going to. Oh, actually, he has played with Hamilton before, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think Wanderers about the only club Marty hasn't run around with, to be
And
honest.
the Greens.
And the Greens. So yeah, he has definitely some strike power from the back of the scrum. He's very good at the breakdown too. He picks his moments. He gets his hands in there. He's very core strength. He's very built low to the ground and gets over the ball and pilfers a lot of ball, attacking ball. So he's one that, while he doesn't have the mobility, he'll be very effective. That'll mean a lot of the work will have to be done by Dean Woods. He missed last week. He's a policeman, was up at moving the groove, is it?
Groove in the move, moving the groove. I don't know. I'm moving the groove.
I'm showing my age. He will sort of make up for that workload effort, I guess you will find. He's at 6, and Tweedy Assey, who's come back to Hamilton this year from Eastwood, played with Hamilton in that grand final championship winning team of 2 years ago. He had his season down at Eastwood in the lower grades. You think he would have benefited from being in that environment?
Yeah, definitely. And we'll just run through the Hamilton side first quickly. The front row, the prop forwards today, Peter Bakarich, Fave Silla, and Chris Pusey is the hooker. Our locks in our second rowers today, Chris Nagy, Sam Brennan, Dean Woods, and as you mentioned, Assey, the breakaways. And Marty Lasua locks up the scrum at number 8. Halfback, Ivan Walkling. Our fly half today is Jason Keeling. Our centres are Tana Luati and Vasagotti. We've got Ratu Delanamate and Arti Economou at wing, and fullback, of course, is Matt Ferry.
And for Maitland in the front row, James Curran and Tavita Natini, one of the Fijians of the two props. The hooker is Dan Runchell and captain. Second row, we have Theo Risley and James Johnson. The back row, Nick Davidson, Jope Guanavano.
Dave Curry's coming in.
There's a switch there. Dave Curry at open side. Guanavano goes out to the centres. And Nick Davidson, a very strong performer there at blindside. The number 8 and captain is Sean O'Connor. Another correction for me. I'm struggling. Halfback is Luke Cunningham, very experienced player. The 5'8", Ryan McCormack, again, who makes a comeback. On the wings, we have Rob Williamson and Jono O'Toole. The fullback is Josh McCormack. And the centres, Jai Estetheo and Jope Guanavao.
We'll just stick with Jope today, I think.
So.
Gee.
Make it easier the better for me today, mate.
No worries. And did you back any winners up at Scone there?
I did. I had a very good day. Actually, back the winner of the Cup. I was on Craig Williams. Followed him for most of the day, the jockey, Melbourne Cup winning jockey, and he made the Scone Cup to his list of achievements. It was a great rails run. Got there in the nick of time. I thought I'd run second, actually, and I was still quite happy with that. But no, I think it paid about $8, so always nice to find something in a big race like that.
That's right. And, of course, if you follow Tony Eds' Bar TV tips each week, you'd be interested to know he won the quaddie yesterday up at the Scone Race Club. So, by all means, check that out on Bar TV Sports. Of course, if you want to get in the game today, it's at Bar TV Sports on Twitter. And, of course, Facebook Bar TV Sports. We're live on the Newcastle Herald. Of course, we'll take a bit of time now to thank the sponsors of the Greater NHRU competition, which, of course, the Greater Building Society, NIB, Viatech, Tui's, Tulloch, and, of course, the Newcastle Herald, where your opinions each week, Jimmy, are of absolute value to us here.
And I think we're going to start the blog again on a Friday this week, so certainly keep an eye out for that one. It always garners plenty of furious debate.
Yeah, definitely some definitely word hand grenade bombs thrown your way anyway, Jimmy.
Definitely, absolutely. There's some opinionated people that have their views on things, and it's great to see them supporting their club. That's the great thing about the NHRU. There's so much passion out there. I really, and then the loyalty and all those sorts of things, particularly with, I think, one of the interesting topics might be the new player point system, how it's working, is it not working? Of course, the Colts competition's in a bit of havoc at the moment with two teams dropping out, but that's made it a cracker of a competition.
Interesting news today, breaking news today, Jimmy. Singleton Colts forfeited today against Merriweather, so a little bit of trouble up the valley as well in the 20s competition. I also heard a rumour, and this is only a rumour, Jimmy, that maybe they will look at having that Wednesday night Colts competition next year as they used to, if you remember that one.
Yeah, I do. It was great.
It was awesome. I was a Colt at that time. It was brilliant. It was student night. So you'd play your rugby and you'd go out and you'd have fun with your peers. Nothing better than Colts on a Wednesday, I think.
Certainly, and a great opportunity for people to go and watch it too. You know, it become a bit of an event.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you'd get the top grades coming in supporting, and a lot of the time, first grade and second grade can't watch the Colts go around. They're the future of the club, and it also frees up, I guess, the lower grades, because the Colts want to play a couple of games a week, so they can can back up on the Saturday as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly for those clubs that are struggling, I think it'll be a very good, wise move. And it's good to see the NHRU showing a bit of initiative. They're trying some things. They've been a bit progressive. I think there has been a criticism of them in the past, not necessarily from me, but from the broader spectrum of them sort of, being too reactive rather than proactive. So I think that's a very good move.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, they are definitely very proactive at the moment, the current administration. I mean, Bar TV is a great example. We're live each week, and we've got the delayed broadcast of each game as well going out. So by all means, everyone, after this broadcast, we've got games going out at 7:30 and tomorrow obviously at 3 o'clock as well.
Yeah, and they're very active on social media now, which is great to see. They're, the stories that you see in the Newcastle Herald, they're putting links to those on their Twitter and their Facebook page. So it's just all about reaching out to the people and trying to get as many people involved as possible, mate.
It's grassroots rugby, isn't it? It's growing the game, Jimmy, and that's what we're all here for not only for Newcastle rugby, but Australian rugby in general.
Well, I think grassroots rugby's been ignored a little bit. Everyone thinks, particularly at the ARU level, everyone thinks about the Wallabies, and that's obviously the cash cow. But unless you have these guys playing Colts and thirds and fourths, it doesn't trickle along. You're left with a one-end, pointy-end product without really reaching out to the people you need to be.
Yeah, that's right. And referee today, Rob Delbo, blows his whistle for the teams to come out. Look at him out there. He's swept his hair back. He's got his tiki necklace on out there. He's mic'd up for Bar TV and he's ready to go, Jimmy. How do you think he's going to referee today?
Oh, I think he'll have a good one. He's certainly, again, he has the match of the round. That's 2 weeks in a row he's had the match of the round, so he's obviously impressing the powers that be. Interesting to see his take on the breakdown. I know both teams, particularly Hamilton, really like to attack the breakdown. So it'll be interesting to see how he polices that.
Can I just say, I spoke to Rob before the game and he said, especially for you, Jimmy, he will police the breakdown properly. And there's probably one person that knows less about the breakdown in Newcastle rugby, and that's you. And that is direct word for word quote from Rob Delbo, Jimmy. So the knives are out, mate.
I didn't make the breakdown that often. I guess he's got a fair point.
Yes, very good, very good.
No, as long as he's consistent, as long as he's there on time and in the action he sees it, as he calls it, no issues with me.
So we're waiting now for the teams to come out. The referee, Rob Delbo, patiently waiting. The teams patiently waiting on the sideline here to give the customary clap and cheer for the teams to come out. Of course, interesting as well, Bubba Coleman still not available for coaching, so Zorba is coaching today for the Hamilton side. They seem to be mixing it up anyway.
Well, I think he's allowed to do the stuff from Monday to Friday, isn't he? But not allowed to partake in game day. I'm not 100% convinced.
I'm not too across. I know last time he was on the jumping castle. So
interesting note there. One of the Maitland second graders clapping off is Adam Perkins. I thought he had retired, but he's doing their strength and conditioning, and I would be very, very surprised if I don't see him out there at some point this afternoon.
He has actually played a couple of first grade games this year, Jimmy. So look for him to come out and here come the Maitland Black side, first to get out here at Passmore Oval here today for round 5 of the greater NHRU competition. It should be a cracking match anyway, Jimmy. Where do you see the game being won and lost?
I think it'll be a case of whether the Blacks have got enough points in them. I think that will be the... there's no doubt their defence is strong. I just don't know whether they have enough points in them. I'd be interested to have a look at these... their outside backs to see whether that was really their struggle point last year. They got the ball wide, but they didn't do much with it. They took some poor options. So I think if they play it nice and straight, that's where they're going to... This is where it'll be won and lost. There's no doubt about that in the midfield and Hamilton's ability to put points on them.
Yeah, well, we heard just before the teams pumping themselves up. So the Hamilton Hawks now coming to the field. That music pumping downstairs has now been turned off. So this should be a cracking game here at Passmore Oval, Jimmy. It looks like Ivan Walkling has taken the captaincy duties today, which I think is a good decision for Hamilton.
Yeah, I think he's the natural replacement for Steve Lamont. He captained them in the grand final, I think, for a couple of years ago.
Yes,
so
he did.
He had a very good representative campaign too, from what I understand. He
very unlucky.
Not to start, I guess you would say. Jay Strawn, Tony Munro went with, and he's he's an outside centre predominantly now, and just the service that Ivan provides. And the fact he played sevens over the summer, he's there all the time. He's at every breakdown. He can snipe when he gets there too. He's got that level of fitness that when he's at there, if he spots something, he can make the most of it. So he was certainly one that Luke Cunningham might have his hands full today with him.
He's definitely a halfback, isn't he? He's in there. He's in their ear. He's going to make Cunningham's job very, very difficult today. It looks like Hamilton have won the toss and they're going to run towards town. The Maitland Blacks with the ball, running towards the Wickham end. Ryan McCormack will take the kicking duties here at Passmore Oval. It's very, very windy, very, very rainy here, so conditions probably will come into effect. Rob Delbo now looking towards his players, checking with the captains.
Looks like the wind's at the back of Maitland for this first half, and Hamilton, as you would expect, running toward the Catholic Cathedral.
Rob Delbo about to blow time on, and here we go. It's game day here for the greater NHRU competition. That's a good take there by Backrich as he makes meters down the field. This could be trouble here already for the Maitland side, and no, taken down nicely. 40 metres out from
numbers
the
on the left
line.
here, Hawks. They want to spin it wide, but Marty Lasua just trucks it up. They've still got numbers. They're trying to adjust here, Maitland. Not the start they were after, that's for sure. It was a great take and a great burst from Pete Bacharach.
Great start there, Jimmy, as Pussy comes through, and they go again. Bacharach, he's everywhere already, is Bacharach, sorry. As he takes it forward, he's held up there. He's going to have to do something with it, and he gets put down. Nice work. Walkling searching for the ball. Little dummy runner on the right side, and they go right. Keelan with it now, holds the ball up. No options there as Lasua was looming out wide.
Yeah, Dave Curry wrapped him up there. Good tackle. He just went to the line. I like that he goes to the line.
Oh, little chip kick there by Walkling, but no, Maitland to the task, and they come up with it. All good tackle there by the Hamilton number 5 there, Sam Brennan. Absolutely cracking hit, and the ball cleared there for Ferry to take. Ferry has options, and good ball inside there. They look to counter now. They have the numbers if they can use it, and yes, they can. They've got numbers on the outside, but no, they cut back in. The Hamilton player there sweeping around, but decides not to use it, runs towards their forwards. And again, here's Brennan with the ball.
Yeah, it's a good play from Hamilton. It's 5 or 6 phases now. They're building into this nicely.
Yeah, definitely. And here he goes, Keelan. Oh, tries the little flat ball, but coming through. Booted away there by the Maitland side. He says there's nothing wrong with that. He was going for the field goal, Jimmy.
They had the big prop. He thought, I'll have a go at this, and he'd obviously gone the charge down previously. So first scrum, always loved the first scrum. Maitland Packers, it had been one of their cornerstones, the scrum, prior to last year. They had a few issues last year, but I think obviously the Fijian coming in, he looks a big lump of a lad, and also James Curran.
Adjusted, judging from the game I saw on the delayed game last week, they really gave it to him. I mean, Merriweather Pack is a lot smaller, I guess, so this will be a real test here, Jimmy, for this first scrum. As you mentioned, it's always the settling down period, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
you see it collapsing on the...
Looks like they're targeting Pete Bacharich's side there. He's on the Hamilton loose head. He just couldn't hold that one up. I think there'd be probably 20 kilos difference there. If you look at Pete Bacharich, he's one of the smaller statued front rowers going around, but he is very powerful, as we saw with that run. But at scrum time, they do tend to put a lot of pressure through his side.
Yeah, very mobile, isn't he?
Yeah,
and he
always
seems to leap up. He always sniffs
pops
a
up with
try
a
out,
try,
doesn't he?
Yeah, he played rep football last year, so he's certainly no mug.
Yes, and you can already see the Maitland side trying to assert their dominance here at the set piece. And there's a good scrum by Maitland, but Hamilton come up with it. Keelan with it. Dummy on the inside. This could be trouble. But no, taken nicely around the bootstraps there. But they've got numbers on the outside and stepping on the inside.
Delamante, I think it is.
Yeah, Delamante on the far side.
He's got the side bob hair.
Yeah, best haircut in the comp there, Jimmy. If there was an award for that at the Anderson Medal night, he'd be winning it. And they step on the inside again. Taking it up the middle here, the Hamilton Hawks. Well, it looks like they've lost the ball now. It's going to be a penalty. Not rolling away there.
Yeah, not rolling away. Yeah, the 12 looks good. I think he's come down from Brisbane, Tana Lauti.
Yeah, Lauti.
I think he might have been at Sunnybank, but he's certainly from Brisbane.
He is.
He's got a nice right foot step, obviously very powerfully built.
Very good sevens campaign too at the start of the year, Jimmy. We covered a few of the games and he looked very, very dangerous from everywhere. So
yeah, he's given them plenty, get him on the front foot, isn't he? He's certainly got the power to break that first line, get his head through the defence and cause some trouble. Easy penalty here for Jason Keeling. You think he would slot this one nice and early, and they deserve the lead for the opening 5 minutes. I don't think Maitland have had the ball yet, have they?
No, I don't think they have. They've had it that one time where they cleared the kick, and Hamilton just definitely with all the pressure here in the first. Not even 5 minutes gone here on the Bar TV scoreboard on the clock. As he takes it and he makes no mistake of that one. So the score here 3-0 in favour of the Hamilton Hawks. Maitland, of course, in the black, running right to left on your screen at home.
That wind just seems to have dropped off now, isn't it? It's hardly a breath. It was gusting in from the at the back of Maitland there to start with, and that's a very ordinary restart.
Very,
it's not going to go to 10.
poor kick there by the number 10, Ryan McCormack. Won't be happy
Yeah,
with that at all in his comeback game.
I think it might have just got plugged in the mud there on the cricket pitch, that one. It didn't bounce for him, and I think he nearly hit off his shin.
Hit it off his knee. So scrum centre field, Rob Delbo moving it away from that cricket pitch you mentioned.
It was a quick Channel 1 ball for the first scrum, Hamilton, so I don't think they're going to muck around. They're going to get in and out nice and quick. And, of course, while you've got Marty Lasur at the back, he's that's certainly one of the strengths of his game, cleaning it up and taking the ball off the back of the scrum if they are under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, the control shown by Marty in that first scrum. Look, he's just so strong, isn't he, as the ball coming out now. Ferry's in at 10 and Keelan out wide and tries a little kick, but not coming off the boot really well there. But it's going to be a penalty to Maitland, all offside. So this is a let-off here for the Maitland side as Rob Delbo calls a penalty.
A little bit disjointed there by having Ferry at first receiver and Keelan out to outside centre. Obviously looking to, create some hesitation or some uncertainty in the Maitland's backline defensive structures, but backfired there for them, and this is a good opportunity for Maitland to at least assert some pressure of their own.
Yeah, definitely. So the ball are now 30 metres from the Maitland line. Let's see what they can do in attack. Looks like they've brought a winger from the far side. Rob Williamson looks like he may be coming in to chime into this back line. But no, the Hamilton Hawks have stolen that one. That's unlucky for the Maitland side as Ivan Walkling takes it over the touchline, though.
Yeah, just looking at that Maitland line, there's no real tall timber there, is there? James Johnson's probably the go-to man for them, but he generally plays in the back of the scrum rather than the second row. But they're lacking Nathan Brenner, who was with them last year, went back to Singleton. He was very strong in the line. They go to the back, and that's a poor throw.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was straight there, did it?
He's done well there, the catcher there.
Yeah, he's pulled that one in, and he's stepping there forward. Esther Theo it is. Esther Theo taking the ball in, of course. Brother Geordie Esther Theo.
I think it's son of, isn't it?
Oh, is it his son, is it?
Pretty sure it's his son, yeah. He made his debut last year. So front row.
And here's Dan Runchell, the captain from a couple of years ago. He's now vice-captain. The ball coming out, and good short ball here by the Maitland side. This is where they play their best rugby, isn't it, when they play this tight stuff, close to the line. This is where a lot of their points come from.
Just got to get this back now. They've got the backs decked out to the right. Couple of pods here. Sean O'Connor just sitting there on the 5/8 hip.
Yeah, Cunningham controlling it well. As
good hit.
And that was a very, very good hit by...
Pusey.
Was it Pusey or was it Lasua? Yes, it was Pusey. They could also almost be father and son, couldn't they, Jimmy?
Cut from the same cloth, aren't they? Very solidly built, powerful, barrel chest.
Not much hair.
Not much hair. Follically challenged, I guess you would say. See here, Luke Cunningham just talking to his backs. Certainly looks like a set play might be on here.
Yeah, Esther Theo is the man that sort of brings it forward, isn't he? He's the guy that breaks that advantage line. I'm very interested to see how Jope goes.
Yeah, he's a big...
In the number 13. He's a big lad, isn't he? Normally a breakaway, but he's playing out in the centres today. I guess the Fijian heritage allows him to play anywhere in the 15, Jimmy.
I suggest it would tell him to run hard and run straight. He's certainly got the build to cause some havoc. Good scrum here from Hamilton. Puts a little bit of pressure. Timing out the back there for Luke Cunningham.
Yeah, poor option there by Cunningham, and McCormack cleans it up, but Maitland still going forward. Good effort there by McCormack, and here he is, Jope, taking it forward. Yeah, nice tackle, good defence as they go left again.
Yeah,
Davidson taking it forward.
Coming around the corner here, the Blacks. Looks like they got a penalty advantage.
Yeah, penalty advantage here. You'd think for mine that they'll take the points and level this one up here, Jimmy.
A day like today, I think any time points are on offer, you got to take them.
Of course, it's round 5 in the greater NHRU competition where we're streaming live, of course, as well in the Newcastle Herald, Jimmy. So great initiative by your organisation to have the Bar TV coverage.
Yeah, it's the new world, isn't it? The digital world of media. It's the second year we've had the live stream. It's certainly very popular. You'd be surprised, or not surprised, it's the amount of traction we get is very encouraging and very good. I think it's normally 300 to 400 watching it live, and then of course there's lots of guys come back to it for the replay, which I guess most of the guys that are involved today will be doing. It's certainly beneficial for the coaches. I know they get a lot of value out of it, a lot of benefit.
And definitely for your blog as well, Jimmy. And he's hit that, but he's hooked it, has he? But referee Dalbauer says, yeah, the Hamilton side talking as he took the kick. So does he bring that one around in front now? Is that?
I think it's the same place.
Same place, is it? Is it a card or? Looks like he might have played poker last night, Rob Delbo, and the cards are all in his pocket.
Not the first time he does it again. I'm sure it'll be a card.
So, yeah, another throw at the dice here. Another shot at goal here for Jono O'Toole. Of course, been a fixture of this black side for a couple of years now, and he's missed that one as well. And the crowd goes up here at Passmore.
Yeah, two attempts you would think he would get on any other day, but maybe
none
it was
from two. Does that count as none from two?
It does from my book for sure. Maybe it was the unusual circumstances put him off, but
Rob Delbo's having a bit of a word to someone here. I don't know what's actually happening. If we can
he might
get a mic check here from the referees. See what
it's just a sprinkler head box, mate.
Maybe he just needs to do his hair again, Jimmy.
Not sure. There might have been an injury to him, or to they're certainly asking for some assistance from the Hamilton officials. But
it's completely exposed, so yeah.
What it is, I'm still not sure.
There's a sprinkler head that they've forgotten to put back in the ground, and why would a sprinkler head be out on a day like this, Jimmy? It's got me beat. It's been absolutely flogging down for a day and a half.
Time's off, guys.
Yeah, certainly one that they need to fix though, because it could cause some all sorts of damage, couldn't it?
In the old days, of course, you could just get the sand and run it out there, but of course no one uses the sand anymore, so maybe if they could get some of those wood chips, if we can get a camera view on the wood chips over on the far,
there's certainly no shortage.
The far side, the Wickham side.
Actually, do not notice that one during your games.
Maybe that's what for the sprinkler over there. I don't know.
Well, the shovel's out.
Yep, and of course, Big Dog is he club president down there?
He's Mr. Everything, I think. Big Dog. He's jack of all sorts.
And there they go. Look at the crew from Passmore Oval. This is community rugby is at its best. The crowd goes up
as well. Hands from everywhere.
He hasn't run that fast since probably 99. Oh, Big Dog, and the crowd goes up. They appreciate his efforts. The big man out there. And he just dumps it down, and they did get some wood chips, so don't know if that's the safest thing.
No. Might go in the eye.
Big Dog never wins at me, eh?
Yes, the old wood chip in the eye probably isn't one that the insurers have heard of, but anyway. Play on here now. And good refereeing here by Rob Delbo. Safety first in the NHRU, and the ball kicked forward, kicked down. Field, and
Esther Theo finds Nick Davidson, trucks one up, drops his shoulder there. Would have felt that.
Yeah, good run there by Davidson. I'm used to calling him the young star of the side, but he's now a veteran of this Maitland side, isn't he, Jimmy?
Oh, absolutely. He'd have to be, I guess, pushing 30, you would think. But yeah, he certainly he's had a career that probably hasn't reached the heights that it probably could have, to be fair. I think he works in the mine, so his training's become difficult for him, but he's a real goer. There's no doubts about that.
Yeah, he's had a few injuries as well that have checkered
his
career.
There, he's 100%, as they say. That there's no ifs, buts, or maybes with him. He's full ball.
There's a Sean O'Connor at number 8, the captain. He's a big lump as well. He's definitely Maitland born and bred, isn't he?
Actually, I work with his cousin. He's a Kiwi. He's a mad Kiwi.
Oh, there you go. Good scrum by Maitland, though.
Again, a bit like Nick Davidson. They're all the same, that back row. They're all pretty similar styles of footballers. They're all
good run there by Sealer. Good bumping off. Of course, Marty Lasua taking off the back there, and the Hamilton side now getting phase play together.
A little bit early there, mate. Lucky to get away with that. Here's Marty
Lasua here. He'll take it under his wing, and he does, and he's hard to put down around centre field, just around that cricket pitch. Little kick over the top by Ivan Walkling, and has he found touch? Yes, he has. So they're content with getting the ball over the line, aren't they, Jimmy, as they try the quick line out, but referee Delbo having none of it. Yeah, they're content with the little box kick over and just turn this Maitland pack around at the moment.
No doubt Scott Coleman's done his homework, or whoever is coaching them at the moment's done his homework. He certainly is a big watcher of video Scotty Coleman. He would have picked that out. I think they're also pretty confident going to line out as well. So that's why I think, there's two edges to that. Where if the ball goes into touch, they're probably fairly confident of maybe getting it back as well.
Yeah, good win there by the Maitland side though. Dan Runchell up to the task with the line-out throw. McCormack hoofing it downfield, but very good positioning there by him. And here comes Economou on the attack here, and yeah, good run there. He's going to have, very good clean out. Playing above his weight there.
Yes. Not releasing there.
Quick tap taken by Walkling, good option. And here's Pusey with it, taking it forward. Ball out in the hand, palms one off. Good run there by the hooker. And here's Walkling. Ball out now to Keelan.
Here, hurt the Hawks.
They'll have to use it here, and they don't use it. Stepping back on the inside. So coming back towards the forwards. They've still got an opportunity if they go left. But doesn't look like they're set. Looks like Maitland may have won the ball. They have. So poor control there by the Hawks and kick downfield. Not finding touch, is it? Oh, that's good accuracy there. And they'll look to kick the ball back downfield. The Hawks keeping it in play. No one back there as Cunningham comes back. And here he is, Big Jope taking it forward, looking to palm one off. And very, very strong runner there and good strength shown, but taken down.
It's a good arm wrestle this one, isn't it? Both teams really going at each other. Lots of good footy being played as Maitland go the short side.
Yeah, kick downfield there by Williamson it was. Hamilton now looking to attack back. Oh, good.
Samoan sidestep that one.
Yeah.
He just went bang out of my way.
Good hip drop. And there's trouble here now. There's a bit of space out wide. He's going to take it inside, outside, and there's the man we were talking about. Lautai it was, coming around and finishing off the try. And that's the first try there for the Hamilton Hawks, and that is just good perseverance there and good counter-attacking rugby, Jimmy.
Yeah, it came from Tweedy, didn't it? It came from his charge. He knocked a couple of defenders out of the row, got the ball back nice and quick, and they went the short side. From there, it was a case of good link work. The two centres got involved. They beat a couple of defenders. And from there, the Blacks' numbers just fell very short in the end, didn't they? They didn't get across and cover. It was a nice little piece of enterprise.
Yes, as we go now to the Bar TV replay, we see here, and Vasagotti with it, opening up, finding his centre partner there, and Lautai, and he scores. And I tell you what, this centre midfield pairing look very, very strong, don't they? It's not even their best centre pairing.
No, well, you've got to fit Rob Smith in there somewhere, and Big Eric's been playing fullback at this point as well. So, yeah, they've got a lot of strike power, the Hawks.
Yeah, definitely. I think the front runners of the competition so far, as we see now the conversion attempt. The rain now has eased here at Passmore. We can even see a little ray of sunshine out in the horizon. As Keelan now hits it. But no, it's gone wide that time, so the conversion unsuccessful here. Hamilton 8, Maitland 0. And as you said, it has been an arm wrestle, so they really opened up there, the Hamilton Hawks. And it was a very, very good, I guess, counter-attack there down that left side.
Yeah, they just didn't read it, did they, Maitland? They had to scramble, they had to get some numbers over there, but they missed a couple of one-on-one tackles, and then they were always stretched from that point on. And yeah, it was a great run initially from Tweedy to start with, and then a great burst down that left touchline by Fisso.
Yeah, so Brennan taking that ball off the kickoff there. Better kickoff, better restart. And Ferry looks like he's put a spiralling kick downfield. Williamson with it. Got McCormack coming around, and McCormack looking for touch on the far side, on the open side. This could be danger. And good take there, and it is going to be dangerous.
I thought he was going to drop that for all money, but he great hands. They're a bit bunched here, Hamilton. They need to get some structure back, get their forwards trucking it up, coming around the corner.
Yeah, very, very strong at the breakdown, though, Hamilton, but they do lose the ball. I was just about to wrap up the breakdown work, but they've lost the ball there, and Maitland now with it as they come forward. Davidson getting a ball away, and the big front rower Curran getting a kick downfield. It's a good one with Ferry juggling the ball, and Ferry getting it downfield. That's a good long kick by the short little fullback. And McCormack, there's a touch on that. You're going to have to get back, and Walkling gets back to it. Back inside to Keelan. Keelan making no mistake of finding touch there. So taking them up about 30 out. O'Toole looking to counter-attack, but no one there with him. So another good attacking opportunity here for Maitland. Let's see if they can convert this to points. I know this was one of Todd Bowd's sort of bugbears at the start of the match. He needs them to start converting opportunities to points, and good line out there by the Blacks as they take the ball in.
I think Darren Dimmick's been working with their line out. He's certainly one of their forwards coach, so that's a nice little variation.
Big Jope taking the ball forward, making the advantage line. Poor service there from Cunningham to McCormack. Taking the ball nicely forward. Some pressure off his outside backs there. Yeah, nice run there by Johnston.
Yeah, he's had a storming start, hasn't he?
He has. He's been strong in the line-out as well. It's going to be an advantage played. Yeah, he's a little knock on the back, so what do you do here, Jimmy? Do you take the points?
Yeah, they will for sure. Give 3 points today. I think Maitland will take every opportunity they get to bridge that gap. This will get them back to within a converted try.
Yeah, the crowd here is certainly enjoying this fixture. It's probably not the biggest at Hamilton, but they're very, very vocal here. So if you are at home watching the Bar TV coverage, the weather has lifted if you want to get to the ground. There's still plenty of pies at the canteen. Of course, they've got a sponsors day here for Gold Springs. So the Gold Springs civil earth moving guys down there certainly enjoying the hospitality of the Hamilton Hawks.
Ryan McCormack taking this one, not John O'Toole. Changing goal kicker by the look of it.
Yeah, so O'Toole not happy with his efforts. And I tell you what, he's nailed that one straight over that black dot.
Penalty attempt successful.
So to score here, Hamilton 8, Maitland 3. With a restart to be taken by Hamilton. Keelan with the ball. Looks like they'll probably go deep off this one, Jimmy, just to peg them back in their quarter. And that's a good high, deep kick there. Plenty of hang time, but Maitland equal to the task.
Yeah, good take by Sean O'Connor there. He only had eyes for the ball. Went to ground. They're going to get it back now. Great captain's play.
Yeah, great take there. And booted downfield. Oh, and it's bounced. It's infield. Could be trouble here if Maitland can get it back. And it's been kicked along the ground. Someone dive on the ball. Knock on there called, though, against the Hamilton Hawks. So, again, Maitland now looking to put more pressure on this Hawks side.
Yeah, he just he let it bounce, didn't he, Tweedy? He looked like he had it covered once he let it bounce, and then it became a bit of a standoff.
Yeah, definitely. So the scrums here, I would say they're pretty much even, Jimmy. Both sides are toing and froing here at this set piece. No side with real dominance yet. So Cunningham with the ball in the 9 jersey on your Bar TV screens. Yeah, good scrum there by the Hawks. And Cunningham taking it from the back. It's been charged down by Keelan. Good pressure there, but no, Dalbo says knock on there.
Yeah, again, sort of second-guessing himself. He looked like there, Ryan McCormack. Looked like he was going to go to his backs, but then he had a look up, thought Artie Connerman might have been sneaking up too far, a little bit out of position, went for some distance, but couldn't quite clear the outstretched body of Jason Keelan. And again, virtual replay now, same scrum, same spot. See if they do it again.
Yeah, I think they've got to get the ball to this Jope a little bit more. He's certainly breaking the line, isn't he? And he's taking them forward. Why kick it?
Yeah, the way they're set up here, I don't think they are. It looks like he's certainly set up for a kick. They are very, very deep, though.
Yeah, maybe Estetheo coming around the big Fijian there to link up with his outside backs. John O'Toole, he's looming as well. So this Maitland back line. The Hamilton side very condensed. In defence here. So Dalbo calls for it. Another good scrum there, taken off the back there by O'Connor. Good decision by the big number 8 there.
No, Ivan Walking was straight around his ankles. They go the short side. Nice
little
kick
grubbing
along.
kick
That's
there.
Pretty easy for Artie Economou, who roosts it back midfield.
Oh, not the best option, not
Yeah,
the best kick, really. It's an
chance to-
open field. Good chance here if they can counter-attack. And yes, they can. McCormack kicking it downfield to open spaces, finding the grass. But yeah, good fingertip take there by Keelan, who gets back.
Yeah, nice little banana kick out of trouble. He's not happy with the touch judge there. He thought he deserved another 10, 15
Probably
metres
5
there.
metres. I don't know about 10 or 15, but I'll give him 5. You got to try it on, though, don't you? I don't think he's going to change his decision there, the touch judge. He reminds me of a young Paddles.
Does not too dissimilar, that's for sure.
Yeah, to the back. Good throw there by Runchell. Again, the veteran hooker now for the Maitland Blacks.
What I thought might be a bit of a weak link, the Maitland line has certainly aimed up. It's been very strong early.
And here they go here, Jimmy. They've got numbers, and Williamson with it. He puts a little kick forward. It's along the ground. Hamilton cleaning it up there and grounding the ball, and it's going to be called
a 22.
A 22.
Not sure that was the right option. I think Mr. Williams might change his mind if he had that again.
Probably should have run that. He's a big lump, isn't he? I'd like to see him maybe take them on a little bit more here. The big number 11.
A great restart for Hamilton. Jason Keelan, he spotted that that Williamson was still up in the line, hadn't retreated enough, and he boot the ball and found touch just the other side of halfway. And again, they're out a pressure reliever.
Yes, for mine, he's been best out there so far, Keelan. He really directs them round, doesn't he, this Hamilton side? And
he's played a lot of touch footy, so he likes to take the line on as well as having obviously a very good boot. So far his option taking has been very good.
Yeah, and Hamilton winning that line out, so Maitland not getting that one right. And here he is, Vasagotti, taking it forward. Good run by him. Getting his forwards to come around. And here's Lasua taking it forward, the big old workhorse. Warhorse, even.
Had the ball reefed off in there by Ryan McCormack. Good play from the 5'8".
Yeah, Ferry with it now, looking to keep play going. And Keelan looking to counter here, as they do.
The big prop
The big
looming.
front rower now, Silla, gets the ball away. Taken down, though, nicely by the backs. Good scrambling, and they've lost the ball, the Hamilton side, so no control.
No, just a bit slow getting there. He got a little bit isolated there.
Not much chase on this, and Hamilton as well look like they might be a little bit knocked up as Economou taking it forward. He's strong in the tackle. He's going to have to get numbers there, and they do. Good work by the fullback, Ferry, supporting. And here he is, Keelan, just stabbing it downfield. There's no one at home there as Jope comes back. And plenty of time, and that's a poor kick off the side of the boot. Lasua with it. There's going to be trouble here if they can use it. And they do. They realign here, and the ball over the head of Pusi on the far side, who maybe was a little bit out of position, but toing and froing. I can't blame him, the hooker.
Yeah, helter-skelter stuff, isn't it? They'd be looking for a breath of fresh air, I think. The lungs would be hurting. Play hadn't stopped for about 5 minutes, then it just went from one end to the other, one side to the other. It was fairly frenetic stuff.
I don't know how your head's going at the moment, Jimmy.
It's still on my shoulders, which is a result at this point.
That's good. That's what we like to see in here. So, a man down. I think it's Curran over there. James Curran, the big prop forward. So, he's been pretty good. He's been doing all the tight stuff. Nothing more you can ask of a front rower.
And of course, good pedigree, James Curran, Joey's boy, son of Declan Curran, former Waratah and Wallaby.
And Green.
He packed a few scrums in his day.
I can always remember
him at the Kent Hotel on many a Thursday
night.
night.
I can always remember. He always used to show you how to pack a scrum by getting down lower than the bar and digging into the bar.
Yeah, impromptu scrum sessions to be had.
But yeah, local legend, definitely Declan Curran. So yeah, definitely very good pedigree.
I think James plays Australian schoolboys.
Yes,
from
he
memory. I think he runs a hotel up in Maitland, so lifting kegs maybe, build up that barrel chest, or throwing drunks out, one of the two.
No, definitely responsible service of alcohol up at Maitland, Jimmy.
I tell you what, it wasn't real responsible at Singleton races, Scone races yesterday.
You can do anything in the Emirates tent, can't you?
Apparently so. yes. No, all good fun. There was no misbehaving of any sort. Just a lot of liquid refreshment and punting and talking, and a good time had by all.
Short arm penalty here, and Maitland looked to go on the attack. Sorry to wreck your reminiscing there, Jimmy, and it's trouble here. O'Toole, he's got plenty of pace. If he can use it, he's going to get held up and bring the ball back inside. Good option there. Decides to hold the ball, but he's held up and he's taken over the touchline by the Hamilton Hawks defence, who were scrambling very, very well there to get back to the dangerous Jono O'Toole.
Yeah, Vassagotti there did well. He sort of herded him towards the sideline, and then he had nowhere to go. John O'Toole, the support play, had all overrun him, so no other option but to try and go to ground, but he wasn't strong enough to stay in, and Hamilton scrambled well and took him into touch.
So Pusey with the ball now. Hamilton haven't had much of the line out, and it's over the top there, so already missing Ackersdyke. This could be trouble. Davidson taking it forward. Very, very strong run there. Sorry, it was...
Yeah, Davidson it was, indeed, at the back of the line out. Ball just pops out there. Curran has a look, puts his head down, tries to recycle possession. Nice and quick. They've got numbers on the right.
Cunningham, here they go. Here now the Blacks. McCormack stepping on the inside. They've still got numbers here. If Jope has it, he has, and he runs back towards his forward pack. Nice run there by Jope.
Yeah, good leg drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good leg drive. And again, they go short side. Could be trouble here. Williamson on the outside, but doesn't use him. Cunningham with it. McCormack now. Poor pass by Cunningham. Long ball out wide. O'Toole stepping. Oh, Estetheo was it round the outside and just didn't find his mark. Here's Estetheo. Oh, he lit it up there, and Davison good cleaning up there, but it's been knocked out of his hand, and now Hamilton Hawks. Good desperation there. Lasua now with the turnover, and the Hawks taking the ball forward. They're about 5 metres out, so they're going to have to use it, and they do. Pusey with it. Getting the ball now to Vassagotti. One to beat. Chipping it over the top. He's got trouble here to Maitland, so it's going to be a Maitland penalty. I thought it might have gone the other way, Jimmy. I thought a Hamilton guy was taken out.
Interesting call, that one. One of those 50-50 ones, I guess, but we might have another look at that, but very fortunate there. They had a big prop chasing the ball down. It was going to be a race between Vassagotti and James Curran. I think I know who my money would have been on that.
Curran all day.
Curran all day, the top weight for sure. But
big man, he was getting across, wasn't he? So
yeah, it was pulled back by so instead of perhaps costing you 7 points, now they're going to be in the firing line to get 3 points and bring it to within 2 points of Hamilton. It's been a very tight, very good first half of footy.
Yeah, I'm impressed by Martin as we look at the replay here. Vassagotti, so unlucky there for the Hamilton Hawks side, I think. But anyway, as you said, it was a 50-50 call, and now McCormack looking to take another kick at goal. Probably the most difficult kick of the day here for the Maitland side. 25 out, 10 in from touch. Score Hamilton 8, Maitland 3. There's been 32 minutes gone as well, so...
We probably had 4 or 5 minutes stoppage time, maybe with
the sprinkler situation.
Sprinkler gate. Point likes it.
Yes, and very good kick there. So the score now 8-6 in favour of Hamilton against Maitland here at Passmore Oval. And it's a great game for the greater NHRU to showcase here. It's probably been the match of the comp so far for mine, as far as tightness goes.
Yeah, it's certainly
a nice kick too, and all taken nicely by O'Connor on his own 22. Did not take his eyes off the ball. So McCormack with it now and gets the ball downfield. Finds touch. They'll look to counter, do they? No, they
think about
it. They err on the side of caution there.
It's the sevens in Ivan Walkley coming out. And he always wants to be starting things, getting things going, playing up tempo.
Yeah, I like the up-tempo style that when Hamilton play it, there's certainly no team in the comp that sort of play it better, is there?
No.
Even their line-outs, they always seem to get there quicker, and they win that one as Lasua taking the ball out wide, dropping from the line-out.
It's quite funny. Marty Lasua would have played with Joe Estetheo's dad for the Newcastle Wildfires when we were in the Sydney competition back in the late 90s. Now he's run over his son. Who would have thought?
Very good, and now Walkling at the back, dancing with a touchline. Offside, there's the call from the crowd, and Delbo gets a call from his touch judge, so he's playing advantage. Walkling again with a tricky little box kick over the top. And Asai just chasing his man down, so advantage gone, says Delbo. They make the ground.
They'll put a lot of pressure on this line. I think I'll throw a pot up at 2 and one at 4. Maitland have been going to James Johnson pretty regularly, haven't they?
Yeah, I think James Johnson
marking up on him
is probably the go-to man, as you mentioned.
The front rower just down.
Curran's down again, so he's really struggling with, I think, the shoulder injury there. The Hamilton side have really been not working him over at scrum time, but there's been a lot of pressure put on his side.
Sure.
Backridge certainly gets down very, very low, and I don't know if you can say boring in, but he certainly uses every advantage he can with his height and weight. But he'll keep going, Curran, as both sides take a little break to...
Yeah, Peter Mann just out there delivering some messages from the Hamilton coaching team. Of course, one of the greats for the Hawks, played over 200 first-grade games, premiership winner, and a detective in town, I understand. Very, very hard man.
Yes, he certainly was. And the Hamilton coaching staff is nearly outnumbers the playing roster, I think, Jimmy, at the moment. It's musical chairs. As Runchell now looks to take the line out, about 15 out. So pressure on this could be to Hamilton's advantage. And, it comes off a Maitland player forward, but it's going to be a penalty. So a bit of a let-off there for the Blacks.
The penalty count starting to creep up now for Hamilton. That's 6-3 by my count. So, they need to fix this one up, the Hawks. That was a golden opportunity. I thought they were going to win that ball from the line out. But
Connemore keeps it in, so mistake there. Good chance again to counter. Here's Asai with it. Getting the ball out. Lautai just taken. Good chase there by the Maitland side. They've come up with the ball. It was Jope. It's a good turnover. He looks the goods, doesn't he, this Jope?
Yeah, I certainly think he'd be more comfortable in the forward pack. He looks like he's a bit lost out in the centre. He wants to go hunting for work, looking for work.
And there's nothing wrong with that. The ball, now McCormack with it. Dummies to Curran.
Yeah, a bit of an obstruction there, a bit lucky.
Gone around him, yeah, very, very lucky. And O'Toole, yes, he's onside, O'Toole, but the kick too deep, and that's going to be a mark. So Keelan, very good awareness there shown by Keelan, the number 10, to be back there.
Yeah, him and Ferry have worked well together, haven't they?
It was Ferry. He's got the headgear off. The young man has taken the headgear off, yes, and quick line out in. And now Maitland will look to counter, and McCormack with it, Williamson with it. He's very quick if he can use his pace, but no, Hamilton, good chase. Good line strength there by the Hamilton Hawks. And here they go, they'll look to kick there. There's not many back, and Curran's the only man back there to chase. As we see it, O'Toole.
Yeah, Ferry has all the time in the world and puts that back to around halfway, probably spoil shared there. Both teams definitely looking to play possession, aren't they? Field position. They both kick the ball more than they've run it.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely an arm wrestle, isn't it? It's a war of attrition. I guess at the moment the score 8-6. There's 3 minutes in real time, I guess, to go, but there's probably about 4 or 5 minutes left in injury time, or sprinkler time, as we like to say. Yeah, not straight at all. That was a poor throw there by Runchell. Probably needs to start getting it right and going to the front of his line out here, and just trusting the strength of his big man at the front.
Yeah, the Hawks just tightened that lineup up. They crept in and put him off, put a bit of pressure on him, just on the inside of the Maitland Black shoulder. That was just off centre, and a good platform here for the Hawks to launch something.
So here we go, another scrum here. So let's see if the Hamilton side can hold the weight of the Maitland pack. That's a penalty there. And Lasua taking the quick tap, taking it forward. Good run there by the Hamilton Hawks, number 8. They'll look to spread it quickly. Yes, they do. Keelan with it. Lautai taking the ball in. They'll probably look to go again left side. They're still set. And they do, finding no one though. So Vasagotti forcing to go back to Ferry. Ferry kicking it forward, finding space. Good kick there by Ferry, the fullback. McCormack, the Maitland fullback, can't do anything with it as Economou has a good chase on the end of the kick by Ferry.
Yeah, crucial period in the game. This just before half time. They go quick, Maitland. Good option.
Good option there by Maitland, but
Not the 5 metres, was it? He's not
I don't
happy
think
with it
they had
anyway.
Numbers, maybe not 5 metres, no gap. Everything that could go wrong went wrong there, Jimmy.
He's going to Maitland throw it.
So they're set again here. Yeah, they go to 2. Good option again. So smarter play there by, I guess, Runchell probably calling the lineouts. He's old school, Jimmy. I know you like the hooker calling the lineouts.
Well, it makes sense for mine. They're the one that knows whether they're throwing confident, the conditions, whether they can hit the man.
Estefio not making any metres there, so plenty of pressure again on the Blacks pack to get them out of trouble. McCormack with it, getting the ball downfield, finding touch. About 30 out there, so not a bad clearing kick under the circumstances, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's been strong, Ryan McCormack.
Yeah, both tens have probably controlled the game pretty well, actually.
Yeah, that's certainly one of the features. He's a smart player, good kicking game. Hamilton goes short again, just off the mark.
Yeah, that's a good take there by O'Connor. Now let's see what the Maitland side can do. They kick it across field. There's a chase on it. McCormack. Oh, a little knock on maybe. Referee Delbo says no, and O'Toole, good tackle there by the winger, and Lasua coming over the top.
Got to his feet, went again.
Yes, good, strong play, good work ethic there by
stabbing
number 8
from Keeling. He just stabs the ball, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Really put his laces through it. He sort of stabs most things, and very accurate.
He's a stabber. The stabber from Wickham.
Great little run.
Yeah, nice run here. And Williamson coming in to chime in. Could be trouble. He's got McCormack on the outside, but taken down. The Blacks now with a chance before half-time to put some points on the board. And here goes Davison. Oh, tries to get a ball over the top, which he didn't need to do so now. Hamilton attacking here, and Vasagotti with it, dancing back inside. As they go again, it's Lautai with it on the far side. So Hamilton now getting set again.
A little bit flat, a little bit disorganised there. Maitland to get up in defence, good line speed.
And they're going to have to do something. Look for Lasua here, out here. Ferry, no. Looking to kick forward, and he does. It's found on the full. So, again, the pressure on the Hamilton Hawks side at home at Passmore.
They look out their feet. The Hawks look a little bit knocked up. They've had to do a lot of, both teams. The ball's been played quite a bit of this game, hasn't it? There haven't been too many stoppages for scrums and lineouts. They've played on. They've
both sides have been trying to turn each other around, turn each other inside out. It could make work to the negative. If I was the coaches at halftime, I'd be saying keep the ball in hand and get some phase play going, because this is where this game's going to be won, Jimmy. As they now try a maul here, the Maitland side. Good defence by Hamilton as Maitland slowly take the ball up the field. As we see Maitland now still going, the Maitland pack. So, yeah, good set piece move here by the Blacks, and taken down now. Yeah, penalty taken down by Hamilton. So you'd think they'll probably take the points here with a couple of minutes to go in the half, Jimmy.
And I think that's a good sign for Maitland. I think they should be doing more of that, sucking those bigger Hamilton back row in particular. They like to sit out, 1 and 2, and make that first initial hit the ball runner. I'd be mauling it more often. They're certainly very effective the way they did that, and they could have some more joy.
Very. I mean, the typical style of little feet and just taking their time and soaking in the pressure. That's what does it, isn't it? Yeah,
balls
very
at the
good.
back. This is a chance for them to take the lead.
Yes, of course. If you're listening in at home, get in the game at Bar TV Sports on Twitter, Facebook Bar TV Sports, and of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Bar TV Sports as well, for all your updated information. Of course, we have Instagram now as well, so rolling with the times. Of course, any guesses out there, it is at Bar TV Sports. McCormack comes in, hits it. Oh, I thought he may have got that one. I thought it was over, and the referee Delbo's called half-time here at Passmore Oval. So unlucky not getting the points. The score here, Hamilton 8, Maitland 6. We're going to take a short break here at Passmore Oval for Bar TV Sports. We'll leave you with a couple of our sponsors. Tune in about 5 minutes' time.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
At the Greater, we're always on your side. We've got this winning lineup of products and services ready to get you over the line. To kick goals for your finances, contact the Greater. Proudly supporting Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. We've got a special treat for you at halftime here at the Greater NHRU Round 5 competition. With me is captain. He's out today. He's captain of the Hamilton Hawks, Steve Lamont, the Frenchman. How are you, Steve?
Mate, yeah, good. Good, thanks, mate. Yeah, it's I don't know about Frenchman. I've never been called that before, but
Lamont's French, isn't it?
No, it's Scottish, but I won't tell anyone.
Northern Hemisphere, anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
So how are you faring? How's the hamstring? You were meant to be down in the country squad this weekend training, so obviously that's kept you away from that.
Yeah. Just the decision was made during the week that I'll probably be out for a couple of weeks. So there's no point going down to training this week, and then if I'm not available the week after as well. So hopefully though I'll come back in a couple of weeks and see if I can put my hand up then and see if they can still go from there.
Yeah. So the countryside playing next week against Subbies.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So they play down there in Sydney, and this week's a bit of a training camp leading up to that.
Yes, you'll be devastated you missed that one.
Yeah, mate. You come in, it's always good. You get a fresh bunch of boys. It's a great environment to get to know them all and play against them and play with them. So missing that, it's a bit of a shame, but it happens sometimes. So.
And of course, you're captain of the Hamilton side. How do you think Maitland's faring? They've been very impressive, Maitland, actually.
Mate, yeah, Maitland are always a powerhouse side. They always hold it well in the piggies. Their backs, Ryan's really controlling it out there. Their outside centre there is really dominant and strong over the ball. So, I reckon they're really playing to their strengths, and, the conditions are suiting them a little bit more. It's not that windy out there, but we'll see how the second half plays out.
So your side, Hamilton, obviously looking, I guess, from what we can see on the Bar TV coverage, is that you're looking to turn around this big Maitland pack with a few little box kicks from the back, but I guess they're doing the same to you guys, so it's very, very evenly matched.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably something that they're leading into the game we weren't quite expecting. But like I said, they're controlling it well and they're getting in behind us and turning us around. And they also got the loosies there that are covering it up as well. So, going forward into the second, the second half, we'll see if we can continue or change our tactics a little bit.
Yes, definitely. And Bubba Coleman, of course, returning to coach in a couple of weeks here for you guys. You'll enjoy that. Zorba's out there at the moment. How's he go out in the middle?
Mate, I think he should remain as coach, to be honest. Bubba's probably past his time. So
just hanging on to old glory, isn't he?
There's not much there, but he's still trying to grasp at it. So, mate, no, it'd be good to have Bubba back out there in the middle. Just that leadership and direction, and the insight that he can provide. It definitely helps as well, especially when you're lacking some senior players out there in the middle. In Joey and Sorelli and Eric as well. Just that bit of on-field chat. Hopefully the boys can turn it around and lift it.
I tell you who has been effervescent and evergreen is Marty Lasua. How good is it having Marty at the club again? He's been away for a while, but he's back.
Yeah, mate. Well, I never knew that he played for the Hawks. You
thought he was going to get Rookie of the Year this year.
Yeah, mate. That's it. I always gave him my points. So I was thinking if I'm that age and still running around like him, I'd be stoked. So, mate, he's.
Does anyone know how we always ask? Does anyone know how old he actually is?
Mate, they're like it's not until they see the king that their birth date, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, very good. But he is leading by example. Out there at the moment, and he's inspirational. He's come off the bench a few times for you. Is this the first game he started?
No, he started last week as well. At 8, he's just he's playing his role. He doesn't have as much pressure. He's not trying to do everything. He's just playing his hard hitting lines and pilfering the ball. And he does it so well.
Oh, he does. He looms out in the back line too. It's very disconcerting, I guess. I mean, We were mentioning before, Jolly Estathio's dad would have played with Marty Lasua. Geordie Estathio and Marty would have played together at the Newcastle Wi-Fi's in the Newcastle comp.
Yeah.
But anyway,
wouldn't be surprised.
we thank you very much for coming on and having a chat to Bar TV Sports.
No worries,
Steve.
mate. Hopefully
The
I'm not injured.
Scottish Steve Lamont, not French as I've been saying for the last 5 years. But anyway, we'll invite Jimmy Gardner back when he does come back. The Hamilton Hawks side will be running towards the Wickham side. They have the ball in hand. They are in the gold and blue for our Bar TV watchers out there. They're running right to left. The Maitland Blacks are running left to right here in what should be an interesting second half of rugby here. The score 8-6. It's a low-scoring affair, but it's been an absolutely cracking match so far, and the game has restarted, and that is a very, very good restart by Keelan. Oh, taken well there by Johnson, though. As they get around, looks like the ball's out there. Yes, it is Dan Runchell cleaning up the scraps, and they look to kick the ball down through McCormack, but taken nicely, and they're going to look to counter here. Walkling back to help his players, and he kicks it to the open spaces. There's going to be a foot race here, and Delamarty kicks it forward, but no, McCormack cleans up the scraps. It may well be a penalty here, but referee Delbo says no penalty. It's just going to be a 5-metre scrum. So the crowd's rules and the referee's rules a little bit at odds here at the moment, I guess. So it's a scrum 5 metres out, and this could be pressure for Maitland. Scrum set. Nice scrum there by the Hamilton Hawks. They drive it forward. Marty Lasua taking it from the back, juggles it. Taken down nice. It's going to be a penalty, though. Obstruction called. And Jimmy Gardner joins us back again. How are you, Jimmy? You've missed an exciting opening exchange as you...
Yeah, busy getting around the grounds, mate. Around the grounds at half-time. Waratah 36 over Lake Macquarie 0. Merewether have the advantage over Singleton, leading 33-19. Of course, here was Hamilton 8, Maitland 6. And up at Barton Oval, Belmont, Southern Beaches 10, lead Nelson Bay 0. And I don't have a score as yet for the University vs Wanderers game.
Ooh, no news is good news then, as the ball comes out the back. Oh, juggled there. He was looking to steam onto that, Delamonte.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what messages were given to the troops. Certainly, talking to Scott Coleman, even though he's not technically coaching, he was a bit disappointed with the amount of kicking they were doing. He wants to see ball in hand a bit more, as we suggested, particularly getting Latu and Vasagotti the ball. They certainly made inroads when they had the ball in their hands, so he wants them to get more involved.
Yeah, I think if they play just a little bit wider against Maitland here, they'll probably get the ascendancy. I think Maitland sort of around that centre channel, as you mentioned. They've had the change at half time. Before the game with Jope coming in, and he's a little bit lost out in the centres there at the moment, as Maitland have turned over the ball again, so won't be happy with that. It's a penalty now to Maitland, just diving over the Hamilton side. They're going to have to watch that because Rob Delbo, we know, doesn't suffer fools in that area of the breakdown, Jimmy.
No, he doesn't. He was on the spot there, so he obviously saw something, but I think that takes the penalty count to 9-3 by my counting. So discipline certainly starting to be a factor here for the Hawks, but that doesn't find touch.
Yeah, Delamonte now with a chance to counter-attack. He gets around Davis, and oh, he's taken in heavy contact there by Jope. But referee Delbo has called a penalty, and it looks like Vasagotti was going to score a try, and that is unlucky there for Vasagotti, because he was away for all money there. Should have played advantage, didn't play advantage. If we can get a look at that on the Bar TV replay, Jimmy.
Yeah, it was certainly a big shot, wasn't it? The whole grandstand went up. I thought it was quite a good hit, to be honest with you, and Delamarty got straight to his feet and off he went again, so he didn't think there was much in it, but we might get a nice shot of this now. Certainly plenty of contact. It was certainly up around the chest. Was it a penalty? Let's have a look.
May have been a shoulder charge. We look.
No, I think his arm was there. It looked
he hit him as he kicked it. I don't think there was too much on with it, but I'd be more filthy if I was Vasagotti, because he was away for all money there. No one in front of him. Cleaned up the ball very, very nicely. And we'll go now to the line out. And taken there by Johnson, so poor line out throw there by Pusey. Oh, that's a poor ball to Williamson. Williamson cleans up off his legs, chancing their arm on their own line, the Maitland Blacks. That's a very un-Black-like. Oh, a little bit offside there, Vasagotti maybe. Didn't get a call from the touch judge, though. I thought he may have jumped the gun. So it's going to be a Hamilton line-out throw. Pusey's going to want to have to probably change his tact here. He's had a couple of wild ones, Jimmy.
Yeah, they're just a bit unsettled, a bit un-Hamilton at the moment, aren't they? They're a little bit disorganised.
Yes, they're a little bit Wickham, a little less Hamilton at the moment, maybe, Jimmy. As the ball comes off the back. Not straight, says Dalbo. So Pusey again not getting it right for the Hamilton Hawks and letting off the Maitland Blacks.
Certainly not very popular with the crowd here, Mr. Dalbo, that's for sure. They're giving him plenty of advice. They take a quick tap here, Luke Cunningham. They're up very quick, Hamilton.
And here he is, a Jope. Comes off the tongue well, doesn't it, Jope? And he certainly made inroads there again. Ball out wide to Johnson, looming. Good run there by the big lock. The second rower taking it forward, releasing the ball and going again. As they go now, McCormack with it. Nice kick downfield, finding the grass. Oh, that's a good leg break there, and Williamson trying to get the ball and doesn't get it. Walkling there to help Ferry with an odd-looking kick, not the best one. Probably could have run it, but now Maitland through McCormack, countering, but kicked it. Didn't have to do that. Economou now kicking it again. It's a kick fest here as Curran kicks it as well. He hasn't learned that, and Vasagotti now getting the ball to Bakarich, and he's put it for Vasagotti, but I'll tell you what, Curran did not need to kick that.
No.
There was about 4 kicks there they didn't need to kick, Jimmy.
Maitland coach Todd Bowd, a former 5'8", and a very good kicker of the ball. I'm sure the message will be going from him out to his number one. Mate, you worry about scrummaging, lifting, leave the kicking to the man with the number 10 on his back.
And anyway,
not that we don't like to see front rowers use a bit of skill, to be fair. But
yeah, that's right. I'm more
probably not the right option or the right place.
Not a clearing kick. A chip and chase, regather, and run 40, but not a clearing kick, that's for sure. So both sides, just kicking the ball too much, and both coaches would have said at half-time, ball in hand's going to win this.
Good scrum there.
Yeah,
from
great scrum by
Hamilton.
By Hamilton, but O'Connor picking it up from the back. So on the back foot here, the Maitland Blacks. The ball now to McCormack, and again he kicks it downfield, getting it over the top of Economou, but he gets it nicely, and Economou kicking it downfield. That's a heaving kick there by the winger. And now McCormack getting it. Yes, and now Keelan with it. Another kick. Kick to kick. And here comes Vasagotti chasing the ball down. And that's a good effort there by the Hamilton side, and they'll be happy with this one. They'll look to put pressure on this line out, Jimmy.
Yeah, indeed. A good little passage of play there. He's been good, Vasagotti, when he's had the ball in hand or he's chased with real vigour.
Yeah, he hasn't had the ball enough for mine, as you mentioned. They really need to use this midfield pairing of Lautai and Vasagotti. The ball comes in. Runchel only just making sure of that. It's going to be called a knock on, though.
Yeah, I don't think it was straight, that one. A bit crooked there. He caught it on the inside arm, so comedy of errors.
A comedy of errors, all right.
And certainly this is the best opportunity Hamilton had, certainly in the second half, to launch something. Will we see a set play here? Quite a big blind side.
Yes, Marty Lasua not scared of going blindside, that's for sure.
No, he likes to pick the ball up and likes the one-on-one matchups.
They had a really good scrum just before, Jimmy, when you were getting the ground checks. They really controlled the ball at the back, so look for this again with they're about 10 metres out, so probably definitely too far for a pushover, I guess, but they'll look to control it well. Oh, that's a good scrum by Maitland, but it's going to be a penalty.
Looked like he lifted up.
Yeah, he did lift up. Yeah, and can't do that these days. Not getting the correct bind, he's saying. Is Rob's elbow, so policing the scrum pretty well. I think they'll go for touch. So interesting decision there with the score 8-6. Maybe look for a maul off the set piece here.
Yeah, definitely. This is one of their pet plays, the Hawks. 5 metres out, own throw.
Yes, with Marty Lasua at the back as well. I mean, you'd be silly not to do anything else, and they take it down. And yes, it's a good setup, a good defence off the line out there by Maitland, driving them back. So the Hawks are going to have to reset here. Probably take it forward, and they do take it forward. They've still got control of it, the Hawks side. They're going to have to use it. They've gone to ground. Oh, that's a penalty, though, bringing it down the Maitland side. Unlucky for Maitland. I thought they defended it really well. They had them on the back foot, the Hawks.
Same play I think we'll see here.
Yeah, I think Walkley's going to take the touch.
I'd be
he takes the quick tap. And here comes Pussy. He's dangerous from that distance. He goes again, but no, he's brought short by the Maitland side. They've got numbers. They go wide.
Good pick
Keelan taking it. He goes again. Yeah, nice pick up there by the number 10. They've got numbers. Vasagotti dancing with them, but no, brought down there. And they take it from the back of the break down there, just picking and driving. Just waiting for the forwards to reset and realign. And they go again. This is a good run there. It was Nagy. They go short side. Vasagotti with it. Gets a ball away. Is he over? Yes, he is. That's a good try there. I can't see who it was. It was the big man, Sealer, just looming on the inside, but it was all Vasagotti who got through the first line of defence and got his arm away. Popped the ball up to Sealer, and he has been dangerous all game, Vasagotti, hasn't he?
Yes, indeed. He took the odds to go on the short side, and it paid dividends for him. Great little one-arm offload. He showed great strength to get through the tackle, and then get that one arm free and pop a nice little ball for the big fella, Big Silla, and he just barged over. There was no stopping him from a couple of metres.
Well, I think he had daylight. He only had to get the ball down, didn't he? But they certainly came, and yeah, you can see that ball there, and yes, just fell over the line there. The big man, they're not going to stop him from that far out, 2 or 3 metres out. I'd hate to be under that.
Yeah, it wasn't a great ball from Vasagotti. He's had to go looking for the ball. He's taken the odds to the short side and was able to get that one arm free as he go on the ground. Popped up a beautiful
wasn't
ball.
it? All class. Here at Passmore Oval is the rain now coming down again, so we'll see how this affects the play. For mine, I think the Hamilton side definitely have come out the stronger in this second half. As Keelan now, he's taken the ball back about 30 out. He's hit it, but I don't think it's going to... Oh, he's made it. That's a good kick there by the number 10, Keelan. It looked like it was missing, but the wind just held it up, and successful conversion. The score now 15-6 in favour of the Hamilton Hawks here at Passmore Oval.
Yeah, pressure on here now, mate, and they need to respond. They need to come back with something. I don't think just kicking it for the corner is going to be enough. I think they had to show a little bit of enterprise, maybe let their back see a little bit of this pill.
The grubbing restart there. So it's given Lautai the ball, the chance to take it forward. He's very, very strong. He gets about sort of 5 metres there. They go again. Exchange of passes in the forwards there. Pussy with it now, getting a ball away. So they're looking to play with a bit more width here, the Hawks. And Keelan with it. Oh, he's put a bomb up. Testing in these conditions. And he come through and he regathers. That's a good effort there by the fly half Keelan. The ball comes out now, Lasua. Oh, passing it to the try scorer, Sealer, and he puts the ball down.
And they had a 3-on-2 overlap there. And plenty of space to work in too, the Hawks. He'd be very disappointed with that.
I'll tell you what, there was an overlap, but there was Buckley's chance of him passing it, Jimmy. I saw his eyes light up from back here.
Well, he still had 50 metres to run. That's quite a distance for a front rower, but nothing like seeing a bit of space.
As the space miraculously would have closed up around him, I'd imagine. Like a black hole. So referee Daubo just blowing time off. It looks like there may be a bit of an injury as they get themselves together. And here we go again. So it's been a great day here at Passmore Oval. The score 15-6. Maitland have had a couple of opportunities to get over the line, but just squandering at the last minute. Both sides have defended brilliantly here at Passmore Oval. And this is a good scrum again by the Hamilton Hawks, driving them back, picked off the back by O'Connor. McCormack with it, he juggles it. This could be trouble here. As they come now, Delaminate, it's a foot race with Williamson. He juggles the ball. He puts the ball over, so it's going to be a line out 5 metres out here at Passmore Oval.
Yeah,
great pressure there by Delaminate.
They've turned up the screws, haven't they, the Hawks? They've lifted intensity, they've lifted the pace of the game, chasing with plenty of vigour, putting pressure on the scrum, pressure on the line out. As the lights come on here at Passmore Oval, it was getting a bit bleak. The lights coming on here.
Yeah, they go to 2, so they go off the back. I didn't think they'd do that as Keelan with it now. Delaminate on the inside. Taken nicely, though, there by the loose forwards of the Maitland pack. And Vasagotti with it, dancing on the inside, stepping. Gets the ball away, gets free. Hamilton now looking to reset and realign. Backridge might take it, no. He's there to clean out, though. Oh, they've turned the ball over, and I think that was Curran again with the big boot, was it?
No, I think it was Nick Davidson that time.
It was Davidson, was it? Delaminate taking the ball forward. He's been very good this second half as he gets through again. The Hamilton side not quite getting there, so Maitland with another turnover on the 22. Good effort there by the Blacks, and a little chip over the top there. Regathered by...
Yeah, Walkley smart too.
Walkley,
he saw it coming.
Very smart ball. Johnston. Unlucky there, Esther Theo with a little chip over the top. Walkling, very, very smart footballer, Walkling, isn't he?
Yeah, super experienced. I think that's the 3rd straight penalty to Hamilton now, so they've cut their discipline out and they're starting to get a bit even keel in terms of possession on the penalty count.
Oh, good kick there by Keelan, getting them well into the 5 metre line. That's what you want from your number 10 off a penalty, isn't it?
Yeah, great position to launch something from here. They went off the top last time. Will they do that again, or will they bring it down and drive?
Yeah, nice line out there, and they maul it, taking it forward.
It looks like we have a change here to the Hamilton 2. Rob Smith looks like he's come on at inside centre, and Vosagotti has gone to fullback. Matt Ferry to the bench.
Yeah, not a bad change there as Keelan with it. Oh, and Backridge with it coming around. Delaminate taken. He gets away from 1. Taken down 15 out though. Percy at the back. Taking it forward.
A little show and go there.
Yeah, thought the gap opened up. Oh, they go again from the back of the breakdown. The Hawks, this is good control, good phase play, and they go again. Dangerous here for the Maitland Blacks again to have to realign. There's a bit of space out to the left. Penalty, though, called by Rob Delbo. Quick tap taken. Oh, calls it back, though, Delbo. So, taking it right over to the mark. I think it's a rugby law I'd like to see them maybe change. They certainly use the new rules in the NRC competition, which speeds up the play.
Yeah, indeed. They had their foot on the pedal end, the Hawks. They just wanted to go. Instead, he wanders over to the sideline. They put in a touch. Play slows down.
So again, we might see. We don't know what these Hawks side are going to do. I'd like to see them more, but no, they go off the top. Good control.
Smith was
Keelan
a decoy last time, and again.
Taken there was Lautai.
It's a good tackle by Esther Theo. They've got numbers to the right here, the Hawks.
Strong defence, and Backridge with it, taking the ball forward. Nice work, Keelan calling for it. But they go the other side through Lusua. Lusua
on his own
showing some good footwork. Long ball out. Oh, Walkling nearly cuts them through, and he's called a high tackle there. Quick tap taken by Walkling, and is he over there? Looks like he may well be, but no. Referee Delbo says, bring it back. Not 10. Another penalty.
I've nearly taken a scrum option here if I was the Hawks. Rob Smith's just come onto the field. Get him one-on-one with his opposite man from 5 metres out. I'll be very confident in him doing the job. But it looks
Yeah,
like they're
very
going to take.
strong ball runner, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he's been a decoy the last 2 times they've hit it up. Instead they take a tap and work it towards the centre of the pitch, 5 metres out, less than that even.
Yeah, there's trouble if they go left. Or Bakarich with it. Has he got through the other way? Looks like he has. Yes, Bakarich sniffs another one out.
He is the king.
Bakarich is a ultimate try sniffer, and he goes over again, pretty much untouched. The gap opened up, and that's a good front rowers try, Jimmy.
Indeed, they wouldn't be happy with the pillar defence there, the Blacks. That was too easy for him. But it did come off the back of 4 straight penalties. When you're under that sort of pressure, you're going to have to crack at some point, and that's what happened. Just a nice, easy ball. He just sort of swivels through it, shows a good bit of strength, gives the legs pumping, and reaches out and slams it down. Too
easy. For the big number 1. The little number 1. He gives away nothing, though, does he? I mean, he plays like he's 130 kilos.
He does indeed. And
he gets around like he's 20. And he's made no mistake of that, Keelan. So the score now 23-16 in favour of Hamilton. It's been all Hamilton this second half. They've been absolutely playing all over this Maitland side. And the Maitland side have been very, very ill-disciplined here at Passmore Oval. So they're going to have to control that if they're any shape of getting back in this match, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, the penalty count was 7-3 in their favour, Maitland at halftime. And in the second half, we've seen a massive turnaround in that.
7-all it'd be, really?
Yeah, now it's 9.
So the score 22-6 here on the Bar TV scoreboard. Again, my mathematics was failing me. Or Smith it was, I think. It was Keelan, and they punched the ball down field through Lautai. Nice kick there, getting them over the 40-metre zone. Getting them over the 50-metre, closing to the 40-metre zone, mind you. So it's going to be a Maitland line out. Oh, again, not straight there. Yeah, referee Delbo picking that one up as well. So Maitland really struggling at both set pieces at the moment in this second half. Runchell not happy with himself there, the veteran hooker.
It's been a real Jekyll and Hyde performance, hasn't it? The first half, they were very good at the fundamentals, at those basic things, doing them right. Second half, they've crumbled under a little bit of pressure, and that's credit to Hamilton. They're the ones that have asserted the pressure at the set piece, and it's winning through for them.
So here, Hamilton set nice and deep. Rob Smith, I think, the go-to man here. Nice little short ball off Keelan's hip. They play well together. Oh, he dummies again. And Lautai with it up the middle. Good run here by Lautai, the centre. Still going is Lautai. And he takes them up to about the 22-metre line, 22-yard line.
They're decked out here to the left, the Hawks. He takes to the line again.
Yeah, good long ball to Vasagotti. Unlucky not to be able to take one there. He had 2 on the outside, Vasagotti, and it was a good ball by Keelan. It's going to be a penalty. Forearm, I think, is the call. Going to have a chat. Maybe Rob Delbo to the Maitland side. He's seen a forearm. Yeah. We can maybe have a look at the replay on that. On the Bar TV coverage. And, of course, we'd like to thank our Bar TV camera and production crew. Without them, we'd just be 2 blokes with a microphone, Jimmy.
Exactly. Sadler and Waldorf.
Of course, take a little time now to thank the sponsor of the greater NHRU as we look at the replay. Nice long ball, just not getting it. I didn't see where that forearm was, though, so...
Yeah, it must have been at the ruck somewhere, you would think. He's over there talking to...
Looks like it's an injury over there.
Looks like a fairly bad one, too. He's certainly requires some assistance to get off. Just trying to spot who it is.
If we have a look at the TV monitors here, Jimmy... Of course, your Bar TV screens here. Looks like it's... Is it Runchell with his headgear off?
No.
as they clap him off the field. And again, the Hamilton stalwart. Big dog. Bit of a height advantage, wasn't it? He just lifts him up on one shoulder. Nice work. As they come from the field, so it'll be a Hamilton penalty here. And again, they'll look to get it towards that 5 metre line.
It's Dave Curry, the injured man that's come off without the knee injury. Dave Curry.
Yeah, so Curry, he's been everywhere as well, the breakaway. They'll miss him. I'm unaware who's come on.
Looks like Adam Perkins has gone on the back of the scrum.
Yes, it's Adam Perkins. Multiple 3-time Anderson medal winner, Perkins.
He certainly looks like he's dropped quite a bit of weight since those days. He's looks like he's back into his winger days, I would think. With that, he's stripped very fit.
He's probably into this CrossFit, Jimmy. That they all are. And this is a good maul here by the Hamilton side. They're close to the line. They've been pulled down though by the Maitland side. As Brennan now looking for the ball, goes through as a dummy runner. Keelan with it. Smith, short ball to Lautai. Now Smith comes back around. And here they go, the Hawks, and this could be trouble as Vasagotti with it now. Gets the ball away again to Smith. Smith over. Yes, Smith scored a try. And that's good play there by the Hamilton Hawks. Just using it through the hands. And just good possession-based rugby, Jimmy.
And it was that man again, Vasagotti. He straightened it up. He has a good little powerful burst. He got him on the front foot. He beat a couple of defenders, and from there it was just good support play.
Yeah, got the hand free again. He's had a wow of a game, hasn't he?
Indeed. He played a little bit of 5'8" for him last year. Played on the wing. He's played at fullback. I think certainly outside centre is his spot from what I've seen so far.
Even though he is at fullback at the moment, isn't he?
Fullback, sorry, he is.
Here he goes there, and we look at the replay, and boom.
It was Delamante that drew a couple of defenders, and then he offloaded on the inside to him, and from there they were just backpedaling, Maitland. They had someone to come up and make a hit, stop play, but they run over to it, and they're letting themselves down this second half, aren't they? They've let it slip.
Yeah, both those guys, though, Delamante and Vasagotti, have been really, really dominant in this second half, Jimmy. As Keelan now comes in to kick. He hits it. And he's got it again. Nice kick there by Keelan. The score now 29 to Hamilton. Maitland 6. We're at Passmore Oval for the greater NHRU. We go now for the restart. That's a better one there by the Maitland side. Delamante taking it. Lasua taking them forward though. The ball, nice service there from Walkling, and Keelan dances around one, steps around one and gets one away. Yes, kept in, but he's put a foot out, has he? I'm not sure what the touch judge is going to say.
A little knock on there.
Knock on. Unlucky there for the captain, O'Connor. Big number 8, looks like he's got a bit of blood coming out of his head as well at the moment. So you're going to have to get some attention to that. Yeah, Delbo says you're going to have to get that seen to, buddy. Maybe get some headgear on. As we look here at the replay, he's just danced with the sideline. Good effort to keep it in play, but just there he's accidentally knocked it on.
I've just got a score through from University Oval. Wanderers leading that one 20-5.
20-5.
And for those soccer people out there as well, anyone listening, Adamstown Rosebud 3 leading Maitland at 1 at Adamstown Oval.
Yes, nice one, of course. Bar TV covering the NPL, doing a great job. The young interns are covering that.
Probably a slicker production than the two old fellows here,
mate,
too,
I'll
I'd
tell
suggest,
you what,
mate.
Ben, who is the lead caller for the NPL, he would give any caller in any sport, anywhere in Australia, a run for their money. He is a dead set, up-and-coming superstar, and lucky enough, Bar TV's got him working as an intern at the moment.
Good to see.
I think he's still in high school, actually.
Well, teach him young, mate. That's the way to go.
That's right. Well, they probably understand, or he definitely, and his partner, Jack, definitely understand computers better than me. I went to uni when you could still handwrite assignments. As the ball comes in now, Dylan Amate with it. He uses, I thought if he had got that ball to Vasagotti, it was trouble. But
Still on here. He's ruled that's gone back, so...
Lasua taking that again. He's everywhere, Lasua. He's been very, very dominant. Playing like a 21-year-old whippet. Ball comes out now. They've got trouble here. Good ball by Smith, but he's been taken out. And here goes Lautai winding up. He's strong, as we know. Yeah, Conamo just taken. And could be trouble here. The Maitland guy has actually come up injured in that attempted tackle.
He's only shouldered it. I think it's James Curran. It was a late hit. Smith didn't appreciate it. He got back up and stood over him.
Had a bit of a chat, didn't he? If we can, I don't know if our cameras picked it up. They were following the play. But if we could maybe have a replay on the hit. It was
just there.
If the other one was late, I'll tell you what, that one was a little bit later.
I think we'll see it here now. Rob Smith gets the ball, passes, yeah, definitely shoulder, definitely late.
If we go now to the replay.
Sorry.
For the Bar TV screen, yeah, he's hit him. That's a shoulder charge as well, maybe. He might find himself in a bit of trouble. As we look again, boom, yeah, no arms in that. So he's going to have a chat to him anyway. He might find himself...
I think he's going to be
without
replaced
the need to
well.
be replaced. He's got the yellow card from Delbo. So the first time the card's been used in the match today, Curran. He's had a pretty good game, the big prop forward, but that is a definite blight on the game. Not happy with that. He said he's sorry. He's thrown his apologies, but it's to no avail. That'll probably be the last we see of Curran today, as he's been nursing a shoulder injury for most of the game.
I think he was going to be replaced as it was. Dan Leadley was warming up on the sideline, so they'll be interesting to see where they'll have to obviously put another prop on and lose one of their back row next time we go to a scrum.
Yeah, so Maitland now extremely disadvantaged. The score 29-6. Percy here with the throw. Lasua is looming out wide. I'll tell you what, though, we haven't seen Rob Smith get the ball yet. I'm determined to see. Here comes Marty, though. Yeah, they go to Smith. He uses it out wide. Lautai, Vasagotti with it now. Not the best ball to him. But he does well to get the ball back. But, they've knocked it on there, the Hamilton Hawks side. So, just not holding possession, and they had every opportunity there.
It was a nice sweeping play, the ball out the back, which they've had some joy with. But yeah,
I think
I guess it's a bit greasy out there now. Maybe the conditions and that drizzle starting to have an impact. It's a bit cold too. If those outside backs standing out there not doing a great deal.
Yeah, for mine, Rob Smith probably let it go a little bit too early. I think he needs to take the line on a little bit more and draw some in, because Maitland really adjusted well to that.
Yeah, and he's so good when he runs straight. He's a great hole runner. Very well balanced, got a good nice fan. Looks like Big Willie So's warming up on the sideline too. Might be a couple of late replacements for the Hawks.
Yeah, definitely, and this will be a good scrum time advantage as well with Maitland without a designated front rower. They're down one. And already you can see Hamilton.
Yeah, putting pressure on at the scrum.
Yeah, definitely. And you're right, Adam Perkins he's lost a lot of weight, hasn't he, out there?
I think he is there actually. He's their strength and conditioning trainer or fitness trainer, for whatever term you want to use as well. So he's practicing what he preaches.
And I tell you what, with the weight's gone the hair as well, hasn't it?
Well, I think the hair's been gone for some time now. He was losing it there from his days with the curly mop on top.
He could almost play on the wing there, couldn't he?
Well, he certainly had a great career as a winger for the Newcastle Wildfires in the old Sydney comp. Also, I think both of his Anderson, or certainly his Anderson medals, I think were won in the back row, where he played a lot of football at number 8. But yeah, good finisher, big, strong, powerful unit.
Yeah, definitely played all over the park, as we see now. The big number 3, the try scorer coming from the field sealer. He's had a pretty good game. He's been everywhere. He did drop a couple of balls early on, but we'll forgive him for that.
He's only human, mate. It's an easy day to drop balls, as we said. Quite greasy out there, quite dark, cold. Should be at home in front of a warm fire.
Ooh, I tell you what, I'd like to have a couple of those rugs those Hamilton Hawks ladies over there have got as he's taken the shots.
Just wide, I think.
Yeah, he's missed it.
I'd much rather be going
Funny
home
option
to
that,
a.
though, wasn't it?
It was a funny option. Yeah, I thought they've been able to assert some pressure. Maybe they just need a little breather, get composed again.
Yeah, it has been played at a very, very frantic speed here at Passmore Oval all game. So both sides knocking up. We've seen Big Willie So. He's a Bar TV favourite. He's on the field now. And the ball just bouncing. Asai just going through his hands, but he's got the ball back now, the big number 7. And strong in the run there, taking the ball forward. And they go short side. Keelan looks for an inside ball, but doesn't find anyone. They come back and they run it forward. Connor Mao, good run by him. He's been solid as well on the far wing. And here comes, Willie So has passed it out. Outside with it. They've got numbers. Smith now passing it. Taken nicely by the Maitland side, readjusting, realigning really well.
They've stolen it, though, I think, the Blacks.
It's a tussle in there at the breakdown. Looks like Hamilton have come back and got the ball back. Bakarich calling for it, but no, it's Big Willie So taking it forward. Putting a dent in the defence like he always does. And it's been touched in flight there. Could be trouble. Smith coming around. Taken nicely, though, by the Hamilton Hawks coming through. Maitland in a little bit of danger here. They're going to have to do something with it. The Hawks look like they've won the ball back. It's going to be called knock-on, though, by Rob Delbo.
Big scrum coming up for the Maitland side here. I think Big Willie, nice and fresh, he'll lead this hit.
And you're shivering here, Jimmy. This is how cold it is here at Passmore Oval. The wind's picked up. It's raining. The lights are on. It's dark. The crowd is cuddling up to each other.
Maitland Sewer takes a well-deserved early mark. He's put in a good shift.
Yeah, definitely.
75-minute shift.
Well, Steve Lamont says he votes for him every week in our half-time chat. Just for his age. Just for the effort.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, he might be 67, but he's playing like a 23-year-old, isn't he?
He gets older. You might look 67 by the time he's finished.
Marty gets on with the Bar TV crew.
Good scrum.
And this is a good scrum there. Big Willie So making an impact. Taken nicely. Not the best clearing kick.
No, certainly not a pressure reliever, was it?
Stuck for words for the first time there today. I was just thinking, in dismay, Maitland really need to punch that downfield like they were in the first half, Jimmy.
Yeah, they've just lost their way, haven't they?
They've come out a different team.
No momentum. They've been on the back foot. It looks like they're going to get a steal here, though.
Maitland come up with it. Lucky taking the pressure off them. They're going to kick from the back of the breakdown through Cunningham. He's kept it in, has he? Yes, he has. So here we go with Vasagotti stepping, getting it losing the ball. So you can see the slippery conditions here causing havoc. Offside there. Right call as they look to attack quickly here. McCormack bringing McCormack around. He's got space. Turning on the inside now. Lautai with it, kicking it downfield. Looks like it's found touch. But something maybe happened here in back play. If we can maybe look at the replay for Bar TV. No, he's got his flag up. Having a bit of chat. Do you see anything out there, Jimmy?
No, I think the touch judge just he was late to put his flag up. He wasn't sure whether he went into touch prior to putting foot to ball there. Obviously he did. As the rain really starts to come down now.
Oh, it's absolutely pelting down. Nice off the top there. Esther Theo just losing the ball, just not controlling. That's a good palm there by Asai. And here's Vasagotti getting the ball back. And here comes Big Willie So taking it forward, coming out the other side. Nice run there by the big man. Advantage being played by Rob Delbo. There's an option here to take the kick, maybe a little bit of scuffle there. Bakarich and his little counterpart, O'Toole, they could almost be opposite wingers, couldn't they, Jimmy?
Couldn't indeed. O'Toole, former halfback too, he's a feisty little character. He must be getting a bit bored out there on the wing, looking for a bit of the action.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, O'Toole out there on the wing.
Played quite a bit at fullback too. He's obviously very quick, a little whippet.
Yeah, nice win by the Hamilton side. They keep it in, but Maitland, again, very good defensively in the line-out, driving the Hamilton side back. But now Hamilton regroup. They've taken the ball down. Walkling at the back, outside to Keelan. Keelan with a short ball to Lautai. Getting it over the 22-metre line. Walkling digging for it. They go short side. Here's Big Willie. So trying to bump one off, but Davidson takes him nicely. Or Pusey just dropping the ball, but it's gone back. He gets around one. He's very, very strong, is Pusey. Ball comes out wide. Oh, he tries the little kick. What is all that about?
Yeah, not the right option.
Knock on both ways. Not the right option at all.
Wasn't a good kick or right option. It was very poor play.
Very poor indeed.
Time just about up in this one.
There's a couple of minutes of injury time. I think referee Dalbo has blown the clock. We'll take a time just to thank the sponsors, I guess, today. Of course, the Greater Building Society, the Greater, is they're the major sponsor of the NHRU, NIB, Vitek, to East Tulloch, and of course, your publication, the Newcastle Herald. If you're looking for something to do on a Monday morning, I know I always do, go to the coffee shop and buy a Newcastle Herald.
Good to see someone's buying it. It's so available on online nowadays that people are dropping off. So the more people buy the paper, the more likelihood I'll stay in a job in about 3 months.
Yes, of course, there's a few restructuring issues maybe going on, Jimmy.
Yes, certainly. Fairfax looking to save a few dollars here, there and everywhere. They've cut 20 staff at Wollongong last week, so we find out what happens to the Newcastle Herald in July, September, so let's hope it's not as severe at this end as Hamilton look to put a final nail on the coffin here.
Yes, and nicely won there, and the rain absolutely pelting down. Keelan gets through, gets the ball away, but unable to hold it there is Smith. Unlucky there for the Hamilton Hawks. It was a good little piece of stepping off his left foot and getting the ball away by Keelan, who's been absolutely dominant for the Hamilton Hawks. He's up there for man of the match honours, but I think at the moment it's going to go to probably Vastagotti for mine.
Yeah, he's just had a couple of handling issues, and I think it was his chip in that last foray into the 22 that probably wasn't welcomed. I think Keelan's been good. I think the 12's been good. Mailer Sewell's got through a bit of work, and Pete Backridge. I mean, he always puts in a good shift. For Maitland, second half's been fairly ordinary, hasn't it? It's hard to single anyone in that second half performance. But first half,
I think Johnson's been really solid and strong.
Yeah, he's probably been the shining light. Ryan McCormack kicked well in the first half, but they've just had no possession in a decent period.
Here we go. Here comes the rain just in time for what is just about to be full time. And again, another good scrum, and Perkins takes it from the back, swatting one away. A penalty there for the Maitland side, not rolling away. So referee Delbo quick to penalise that one.
Maitland's only their third penalty for the half and first in a long time.
They just haven't had the ball this second half, have they? They've been starved of the ball. Their discipline, I guess, was lacking in the early part, and he's found touch nicely. So this would be the last shot, I guess, for Maitland to get some points on the board, Jimmy.
Yeah, indeed. It'll be nice to see the backs give a bit of action here. It'll be a rare occurrence in the second half. They go short.
Yeah, short. Probably the best option in the rain, and they take it nicely. The Maitland side going into a maul. Cunningham searching for it. Gets the ball to McCormack around his bootlaces. And here comes Esther Theo up the middle of the park. Good run by him. Of course, Esther Theo, a name synonymous with the Blacks. The ball comes out wide, and here they go. McCormack has open space. He's got numbers on the outside. Can he get it away? No, he's dropped the ball in an attempt of getting the ball away, and he has squandered a try, and that could be the ball game here, Jimmy. And yes, it is. The Hamilton Hawks come away with a win at home at Passmore Oval in the round 5 of the greater NHRU competition. We thank Jimmy Garner from the Newcastle Herald for being with us today. We thank all you listeners and all you watchers at home, all you viewers at home, for tuning into Bar TV Sports coverage of the greater NHRU competition. It's been a great game, been a great match. We thank all the sponsors involved in the greater NHRU, the greater NIB, Viatech, Tui's Tulloch, and of course the Newcastle Herald. We've been Bar TV Sports. Thank you again for coming out here and watching Bar TV Sports, and we'll catch you again next week for the match of the round. Don't forget to tune in to the delayed broadcasts of the other matches. We've got coming up 5:30, 7:30, and of course 3 o'clock tomorrow. Tune in next time. I've been Gareth Wozik, and thanks for joining us.
At the Greater, we're always on your side. We've got this winning lineup of products and services ready to get you over the line. To kick goals for your finances, contact the Greater. Proudly supporting Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union.
Australia's leading sports organisations have made a pledge to tackle youth binge drinking.
Now when you're watching your favourite sports, like football,
swimming,
basketball,
netball,
and athletics,
you'll see this logo.
it's all about coming together to have a positive influence on our drinking culture.
We're strong enough to say enough.
and you can be too.
Back your judgment.
Stand up for what you believe in.
Be the influence.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. Step by step, you're on your way. Welcome to a brighter day. Don't you know it feels good to be alive? You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
Doc's Pharmacies were established in 1988. We've been serving the Novocastrian community for over 25 years. Doc's MegaSafe Chemist is the only chemist in Newcastle open 16 hours a day. We open from 8 a.m. in the morning till midnight, 7 days a week.
We have 3 full-time pharmacists employed, plus we have 2 intern pharmacists. So there's always more than one pharmacist here to answer any questions that you may have.
We have over 16,000 lines in stock at any one time, so we have a huge range of products always available.
Within a 5-kilometre radius, we have a free delivery service.
We offer free personal health checks, prescription reminder services.
We do free blood pressure checks every day. We've got the widest range of stock, and anything we don't have, we can get for you the next day.
For more information on any of the services that we offer, please visit our website or like us on Facebook. Doc's MegaSafe Chemist is on the ground floor in Market Town Shopping Centre next to Woolworths.